So, pretty easy to go over what happened last time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it was not.
We
A,
thought we almost died.
it was not a great deal of forward momentum. It was a big slap down, drag out fight between after having descended into the lake, running into the basically previous patrol that was here, raised into undeath. You can only suspect by Klaus. You took some of you took some pretty significant knocks during that fight. And so you decided it was probably for the best to rest, essentially, take a short rest. However, giving Klaus an extra hour on you. Now, if
What?
you...
Klaus is here.
Klaus is here. If, however, there's anything else you wanted to do during the short rest, we can continue onwards.
Colin, did you give Connor his armor?
It is in his inventory. In fact, I already equipped it to him. Let me update
Okay.
his character sheet, actually.
I don't even know that he's, like, here.
Oh my god, seriously? Seriously?
He hasn't said anything, so...
Let me at least update his sheet.
I don't
I
remember
shoved in
him...
a pasta. Too.
I also don't remember him saying he's getting AFK or anything, so... I don't know.
I hope he gets struck by lightning. Connor?
Holy
Hey,
crap.
Are you
My
serious?
thing finally started. Finally finished loading.
Maybe
I heard every one of those dice rolls at once.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Sorry.
There we go.
Sorry about that. I was talking to my kid.
Alright. So last time is a big old fight. Decided to take short rest. Anybody else want to do any final things during the short rest?
Well, having seen their the way that they commit their people to the deep, I do believe we've already done that, so Reed's not going to worry too much about the whole sending the dead off thing.
Alright.
Just for my own sanity, did anyone use those potions last game?
No, we didn't
Nope.
touch it.
I didn't know. I didn't know we
Sure.
had potions.
You don't need them. They're
Yeah, you don't.
Oh,
potions
I
of...
thought they were healing potions. My
No,
bad.
no. Potions of water breathing.
Alter self.
Stop
specifically.
trying to draw devil worshipping stuff, Lou. Benta says, has unfortunately sustained, in the fight, sustained a moderate wound. We're gonna say it's a pretty bad wound, a nagging wound, enough that he has to go up to the ship to see it treated since, Max will not be here. So he's gonna return back to the Skyweaver. Phew, and swim away.
Does he say anything to his lord as he departs?
He says, "Good luck, Lord Saracinio.
Oh,
I can't smell underwater, but if I could, it would smell like bitch in here," as he swims past
Damn,
him.
that's good. Yeah, kid.
Yeah, it's like, it's a good thing sharks can't smell bitch because they'd be all over you. Just keep swimming. Alright, but he will retire back to the ship to tend his wounds. Meanwhile, the rest of you are free to continue your descent downward into the depths of the Deepwater Lake, aptly named as you go over the edge of this sort of basically abyss, this descent. It actually almost seems to widen slightly as you dive down it, as if it's sort of conical in a way. Not like crazy, so it's still just a pit, but the walls seem to give way and get farther and farther away. Now, Connor, you do have new armor.
Ooh, you did add it. Is it already on the character sheet, or do I have to do
It
something?
is on the character sheet and
Okay.
equipped to you.
Cool.
However, I unattuned you from DOS loot because it is an attunement item.
Oh no, so I don't have the DOS loop stuff?
You do not have the DOS loot stuff.
Oh man. Oh Jesus, I forgot how many of those spells I relied on. Fuck.
The
right.
alternative is you get rid of the Ashen Inquisitor or the Cloak of Protection.
Okay, I'll keep it as it is right now and have a internal debate about that.
I want everyone to roll a perception check as you descend down to the through the depths. Actually, let me get everyone together.
I got 19, Colin.
You're blind. You can't see.
I'm not playing
I
Quan.
was gonna say, is he blind again? You said what check? Perception?
Perception.
22.
Let's see, I think I've got...
19.
This is everyone grouped together here, I believe. So... Cut.
Man, look at all of us doing well, except for Aruna.
Or Ito. Oh no, I got a 21.
Yeah.
Mine's above average. You shithead.
Shut
I
up!
mean, that's not like.
No,
No,
you're a woman. It
you
gets
didn't
lowered
want
by
to part-
5.
That's true.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
want
no.
to play with Colin so bad.
Wait, don't I get a +5 because I notice every nagging detail?
Yeah, but not the ones that matter.
Don't do it, Tommy. Don't be that guy.
Jeez.
Alright. Start. Preloading this thing. Alright. If you got above a... Ooh. Got above a 20... Or it's gotta be a 22 or better.
Boom.
At least somebody
Just flew.
Just
I heard the
just-
words 22 or better, and that's it.
What a shame that Henley
Oh,
didn't
wait,
pass
no.
that.
I still have to check to have advantage on this roll.
Oh no!
Nope, not any better. Okay.
Ew.
Use the portent dice so we're all better.
Oh yeah, what is the
Yeah.
portent
It's a
dice?
4.
4.
Oh boy.
Alright, you are descending down. Lower and lower into the depths. It becomes darker and darker. No longer is the light, the sort of bluish light filtering in from above. Soon you're just surrounded by inky blackness, punctuated every now and then by bioluminescent plants that line the walls. You can see the walls themselves are pockmarked with, likely, it almost looks like small cave-like structures that are sort of going out from the wall. I know it's hard to see. This is meant to be kind of like perspective. This is like farther down than like this one up at the top. It's hard to do perspective on Dungeon Draft. That's kind of a problem. But Reed, you're maybe where would you say you're at the front of the pack or the back of the pack swimming down?
Let's be honest, I'm probably at the front.
Front, maybe like second or third.
Yeah. Henley's
He's probably-
a fast boy, so
Yeah, he's probably behind me.
you catch just out the corner of your eye. At first, you are a bit confused. You think, how could you have possibly seen a shadow moving in one of these sort of pockmarked holes along the side of the walls? But it's there. It is definitely there. You saw it for just a moment. Perhaps the faintest dark form cast by the the luminescent plants. Before Connor gets
How
pissed
far
that I
away
say
is it?
bioluminescent algae again. It is rough.
I wasn't
You're
pissed.
swimming towards down from the middle. Or I'd say basically down the middle, so you'd be around 50, 60 feet.
Okay, no, I can't. Not close enough. Too far away.
Colin, I stopped to examine the bioluminescent algae. Can you describe it to me?
Alright, roll a nature
Okay.
check.
Please tell me how bioluminescent it is.
The plants themselves, it's not actually an algae, they are in fact plants. And you actually see it's not necessarily just the plants themselves, they have small buds that glow faintly, various different colors. It's quite pretty, actually. You can see there are lots of tiny little small fish that are attracted to it. They sort of swim in and out between the leafy fronds of the plants.
I see. The plant is made of plants.
However, these plants are unfamiliar to you. You've never seen any plant like these before. Likely you've never been in a place as foreign as, you know, the bottom of a massive underwater lake.
I take some, I bring it over to Ito and go, have you seen this bioluminescent algae? Anyways, I just send down further.
Have you?
Save some of that. Our Myconid friends would like it.
I take it and I save it.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright,
Oh.
but... You see movement, Lou.
Does it-
Reed sees movement.
Does it glow after it's removed still?
It does continue to glow.
Hmm.
It's very faint,
Uh,
though.
Okay. Oh yeah. Just as a side note, I'll use an action to summon Bert back. He's in octopus form, but he'll just stealth around with us.
All right, just keep your eyes open.
Right.
My
I
eyes
don't like
are
this
peeled.
place.
You continue
We will
downwards.
continue deeper.
Maybe moving another 20 feet before you see another form, shadowy form, this time much more pronounced. You actually catch glitter or glint off of something metallic that glistens within one of these pockmarked holes, and you can tell as soon as you it seems like they notice you and dart back into the basically dart back into the darkness, hiding away.
How big are the pockmarks?
They're quite sizable, actually. Maybe anywhere between... It can range from like 5 feet to maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna get over to the edge while we continue downward.
Right.
I guess I will continue leading us down then.
Alright.
Did Lou, Reed informed us that he saw something, right?
So to keep your eyes open.
Okay. I'm gonna, not go as fast and stay closer to the group at that point.
Okay. Alright. That is with advantage. Henley, you're sort of towards the front with Reed as you continue diving downwards. Well, starting to dive downwards. As you turn to kick downwards, there is a sudden bolt, a crossbow bolt that flies from the, basically from the pockmark, and you all of a sudden see two, basically Tritons, charge out, their mouths open, sort of screams bubbling from their mouths as they immediately charge the two of you at the front. Tridents drawn, fierce determination on their face, and then you realize absolute terror. What do you do? Like I said, I assume
Terror?
Reed and Henley are at the front.
Yes.
I
roll
don't.
if you want to, roll an insight check.
Like, just to confirm, visible terror. Like we know
roll
that
an
they're
roll an
horrified.
insight check.
I got an 8, Colin.
15.
Good night.
Nope. That did not do good.
Man, me and Lou are freaked out.
Dude, it stresses me out that Lou's dice and Arudi's
You
dice
are surprised, Reed and Henley. And that surprise, you just see people charging you. But a little bit farther back, Aruna, Ito, Bruce, you can see these are faces that aren't, you know, with the pallor of undeath. They don't have that blank stare of something that is dead. They are terrified. As they charge you, Reed and Henley. What would you like to do, Reed? But they did fire off a bolt at you.
Did they hit us?
No, it flew. They only got a 20 against Reed.
And I'm sorry, what manner of
Well, you know
creatures
what?
are
I could use
Tritons.
a better weapon.
Right.
A better weapon fight underwater. Could I throw my ghost chain dart at the trident, Or sorry, you said
Trident.
they're Titans, not that they have tridents.
They
Sorry.
do have tridents.
Oh, okay. Can I throw my Ghost Chain Dart at the trident to try to wrest it from him?
Sure, make an attack roll.
And while he's rolling, is there still the presence of your bioluminescence so
Nope.
that I can see? Or am I blind?
Currently you are mostly blind. There is, you have disadvantage essentially. There is still plants that are glowing around.
Okay. So, but it's dark.
It is dark.
I can.
Ghost Chain Dart, unfortunately, not a very easy, not easy to hit just the, weapon
Just,
itself.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna ready for an engagement, but I'm not gonna attack them.
I'll
Okay.
use my earring to say they look terrified, and I will cast Dancing Lights for Ito and people that can't see.
All right.
Bright
Yeah,
light.
'cause I don't have dark vision anymore.
And I will get into a
Appreciate
position of looking like I'm not going to fight. I'm just like put my hands up, kind of. See if that slows me
Yeah,
down.
I'll put my hands up as well.
All right. Let's see how they react to that.
Give me 1 second real quick because I want to cast something.
Read our in defensive stance, ready to just Yokozuna.
Oh no. I left most of my beer in the other room.
Or E Honda.
Oh no. Beer.
Okay, I was gonna cast something. I guess I don't have that spell.
Was it on your
Is
Das
it on
Loot?
Das Loot?
I don't think it was. Maybe it could be a it could have been a Zara spell.
Possibly. Who knows?
What
The point
color
is,
I was gonna try and cast Calm Emotions, but it doesn't appear, and I don't think the loot had that.
I pray
Okay.
calm emotion.
Disregard.
What the fuck did you post in chat, Connor?
I'm sorry. It was in response to Rick.
I hate it.
Actually, I will cast something. Can I see them because of the darkness, and are they within 30 feet of me?
With the dancing lights, you can see them.
And are they within 30 feet?
They're in front of them, so no. They haven't got to
Okay.
read and,
Okay, if they continue to approach, because I think my insight roll was high enough to notice that they were afraid. I think you said that.
yes.
If they get that close, I want to cast Detect Thoughts on myself to see if I can see what's going on.
Nothing was there when he cast Detect Thoughts on himself.
Damn.
Damn shame. There's nothing there. But, no. In absolute terror, they're both going to rush at. Both of them are going to rush at you, Reed. Well, one at you, Reed, and one at you, Henley. And they're just going to swing with their tridents. Oh, I guess
Colin, I got a question.
Yeah.
Is their face? You said their face is abject horror. Is it stuck, or is it like moving?
Ooh, that's fair. Is it a mask?
I will
No, I
say.
think it's a mask. I'm saying that I think they're probably petrified like that for some reason.
What was
Yeah,
your-
that's what I meant.
What was your passive? What's your passive insight? Let me see if it's better than what you rolled for your insight.
Oh shit, Joker
Passive
gas.
insight.
Not Joker gas.
I can't face see it on here.
All right. You cannot tell until they're right on top of you and making an attack. Anyways. So there's going to be one attack against Reed. That was going to be a 19 plus 8, 26.
That's gonna hit.
You take.
Is that a melee attack?
It is a melee attack. They're swinging tridents. They're hanging tries.
Hanging tries and have thick thighs.
But it is just a melee. They're just making melee standard attacks, basically.
Colin, my passive perception's the 15.
All right.
Well, or my insight. My passive insight's in an 11.
Initially, you can't really tell, honestly. Not until they're on top of you that you can see their faces are really cast in terror. Their mouths are open. You can hear them. It sounds like they're shouting out. It's masked by the sound of bubbles, basically. But, well, not sound of bubbles. You know, it's underwater. It's hard to hear, even
The
underwater.
gurgling sound.
Sort of gurgling sound. But, Reed, one attacks you. It would only deal... That was the wrong fucking dice. Let's roll the right dice. Would only deal 4 points of damage, however.
Only 4 did? Okay.
The other one is gonna
Right.
swing at you, Henley, with his trident. That is gonna be a crit, surprisingly. Even so, it only deals 8 points of damage. But now up close, you can see in the light of the dancing lights, their faces aren't frozen. They're terrified, and they are moving, and they are shouting, and they're also very young.
Just a
they-
logistics question: can we hear them, or is it just
They're,
gurgling?
it's gurgling right now.
Okay, I didn't know
them
if
just
right,
shouting
it's
their
just
gurgling
speaks
right
through
now.
water.
But,
Okay.
and they're quite young. Each of them wearing a sort of relatively poorly fitting uniform.
I gotta look. Oh, you're right.
The basic sort of coral scale mail bearing the trident, and you can see they've got a pair of javelins across their back. And you can see these are very clearly living recruits.
I want to, like, try to grapple him, but, like, grab him by the shoulders and, like, try to get him to calm down.
Right, make a athletics check.
Because that attack didn't seem hostile to me, right? It seemed like it was more out of instinct than,
Definitely out of
desire.
fear, at very least.
29. I
Alright.
crit it.
You wrap your arms around him, even managing to disarm him. He's maybe a foot shorter than you, and just squirms and tries to wiggle away, but just fails. Eventually, almost seeming to fall limp. You're not sure if he's faints or if he's just playing unconscious, but it feels like he's almost unconscious. He's just laying limp in your arms. Reed, the other one. What would you like to do with him?
If I could, I'd like to try to grab the, coil my arm around the trident and then use my other hand to push him back.
Alright,
If that's at all possible. Otherwise,
sure. Give me an athletics check too.
woohoo! 23.
Alright, you manage to grab the trident from his hand and sort of push out with one foot and yank the trident away as you kind of kick him backwards slightly as he floats back 5 feet. And he pauses there, basically disarmed, sort of staring at you with wide eyes, and then he turns and immediately darts back into the cave.
Oh, damn. I was gonna start pointing up, tell him to get the hell away, but...
Sorry, I am back. I had to let the dogs out.
Alright, but that one retreats, a look of terror on his face as he darts back into the small cave.
So Henley's got the other one grabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's unconscious.
That
in my
one
arms.
basically fainted. Probably
Okay.
flat out from terror.
You said these are young. Can
They're
we tell,
young.
are we talking like juveniles?
Yes,
Okay.
kids.
I know that
essentially.
because
Maybe late
tritons are
teenagers.
vaguely similar to like elves, right?
No. Elves
Are they
live a long
human?
time.
Human age?
They look elves, but they probably live maybe slightly longer than humans.
Okay. Okay.
Colin, how far are we from the surface?
Oh, at this point, God. a couple hours swim up.
All right, never mind.
Jesus.
If there's like an outcropping along the side of the wall, I want to go there and place him there.
Like I said, there's all these holes and pockmarked places in the walls. They were using one as a hiding place, so.
Well,
that
I'm
one-
more like a ledge. I don't want to shove him in a hole in case there's anything in it.
That's fine. You can find a ledge.
Okay, I'm just gonna place him down there and return to the group.
I mean, are you not gonna wake him up and just leave him to get caught?
I mean, I can't communicate with him underwater. I don't know if you guys can.
I can.
Well,
We have
I mean, we
mess-
can. We may have to wake him up there.
Okay, well I put him down. I try.
I mean, there's one that's still awake. He just got scared and ran.
He
He's still-
started running back into that cave.
He's still hiding in the cave.
Go message him to head to the surface.
Well, I'm saying
Well-
I was also kind of metagaming for me to do that because I can't talk to you guys.
Oh right, you don't have a. Fuck.
And,
We have
and like I said,
message.
you can still gesture and gesticulate and try to make movements like that.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, if Ito knows and Aruna knows that Henley doesn't have a thing, we'd probably be pinging you with a message every so often. To see
Okay,
what's going on.
as long as we're going with that.
No, I mean
Okay,
that's
that's
something
fine,
that
fine.
Tommy and I would both do.
Okay, that's fair.
So
Then I'm gonna put him down and I'm trying to like slap his face a little bit, see if I can get him to wake up.
I'm gonna go over by Henley while he's doing this. Any injuries? Anything other than abject terror that's worth noting?
Not that
Colin.
you saw.
But so he's not like wounded or anything?
Does not appear to be. You can make a medicine check on him.
No, I can't.
No obvious wounds. Looks a little. I mean, he looks a little bit. In fact, he doesn't look very bad at all. It doesn't even look like he's, had any starvation, anything like that.
And I do want to confirm, because I did say I was going to do this, and I want to know if I need to use this slot or not. Was Detect Thoughts cast?
No. Technically, they never quite got within 30 feet of you.
Fuck.
That is the wrong thing.
Concern.
So I will restore that spell slot.
They never quite got that close. All right. He looks okay, but as you're standing there, you can see, you sense what appears to be eyes on you as the other recruit sort of pops his head out, no longer with his trident since he was disarmed, but now he has a javelin. But he is more composed now. There's still a look of absolute terror on his face as he very tentatively swims towards you with the javelin outstretched defensively. You can see he is young, and all of a sudden he explodes right there.
Excuse me?
No, I'm just fucking with you. He is
Like
young.
Viscera, like he explodes like a.
He's young.
No, he explodes like in Watchmen.
No, maybe a year older than the other one.
Okay.
He
I
also
have some
wears the same
concerns.
uniform. Clearly,
Does it match?
and these are the same uniforms, as just more ill-fitting as the soldiers on top and the patrol.
Okay.
Wait, the calm one or the one I had exploded?
They didn't
No,
actually.
no, they didn't actually
Oh.
explode.
no one actually exploded.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, holy shit.
I still try to.
Colin takes a
I-
note. Exploding NPCs used later.
I shake him a little bit. Does he still not wake up?
Eventually, after a moment, he does. His eyes darting open before he starts like struggling again against you.
I'm a cast message on that man. Be like, hey, we're not, we're trying to help.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not threateningly. I want to hold him down so like he's not to harm us and himself. Not like I'm trying to restrain him.
Yeah, you're preventing violence.
Yeah, I'm letting Colin know that I'm not doing it aggressively.
Holy
That is a
shit.
31.
All right. You can
Double
see
dip.
the tension rises to a height as they look at you, and you hear a response to the message. So, you're not with them.
I mean, I might be. What's them?
The man with the bone snakes.
I will relay that statement to everyone, and I will
Wild
message
concern.
Henley to do it. Do we know anything about a man with bone snakes?
Men with bone snakes.
Men with bone, like plural?
Plural.
Oh, that's worse.
Do I know what the fuck a bone snake is, Colin?
You can roll an Arcana check.
I'm gonna message this guy again and say,
Damn it.
I'm not familiar with your kind, but several others of you ran from us. Can you gather them to us? Can they be
I mean,
brought back here?
you only saw two. You didn't see.
Oh, okay,
more from
I'm
them
sorry.
there.
I had gotten up, so I wasn't.
But
Okay, and just
he is able to he says there were several of us.
okay. And is this deeper down? I'll point, I guess. He's speaking common, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Or does message matter? I never thought about that.
He looks at the group. He says, "You don't seem like you're aquatic dwellers. None of you. Why are you in the lake?"
We were invited. Well, allowed might be a better term.
I see. So you're the ones we were actually supposed to be expecting.
All right, I'm gonna put a pin in that.
Come,
We agree.
surface driller.
Did you say come? I'm sorry.
We will retire somewhere where you can speak it more leisurely.
I'm not fighting that. Yeah, let's go.
He doesn't
Find
start
me in
swimming up.
nearby.
He actually swims to one of the caves and
Wow.
darts into it. And as you follow, you can see basically it curves upwards, eventually forming a small cavern. Within this cavern, you can see it's dimly lit. It looks like they've have a very, very small, like sphere that gives off like bluish light. It's suspended in what looks like a lantern. You can see within this cavern there's maybe 4 other recruits. They're okay. It looks, a quick glance tells you that they are uninjured for the most part. None of them have weapons. They are just as fearful as the other 2 were of you whenever they first attacked you. That makes 6 total of these recruits of varying ages, but all seemingly relatively young. That
Alright. I gotta get to cooking, so.
they scamper and skitter away from you nervously.
I'm gonna whisper in the earing. I can roll for that if you want me to try not to be heard.
Just whisper it.
So I'm gonna whisper into the earing. From a tactical standpoint, if the underneath of this lake was so goddamn important to these people, why the hell are they sending new recruits?
You do know the old recruits were up top, though.
That still seems
Did
a
you
little
think
bit
about
backwards to me.
asking them?
No, not yet. I was just bringing that to the notice of the group. Anybody who looks at me and looks even remotely bothered, I'm going to try and like calm down and be like, "Hey, look, we're whatever you're scared of, bone snakes. We have nothing to do with that."
I also assume an Arcana check of 12 did not ascertain any bone snake knowledge.
It did not ascertain any snake knowledge.
Hang on, I gotta let the dogs out.
Colin, have I heard that? Oh, he wouldn't tell me. Never mind. No, but they might have. Have I ever heard of that?
You can roll a history check to see if you've ever heard of anything like that.
Animals are part of my shit. No, I haven't.
Nope. It's not like any natural animal we've heard of, though.
Damn.
Taking the liberty because Connor just got up.
One of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you go ahead.
I would say as you all sort of come into the cavern, seeing the bedraggled and downtrodden, fearful group of recruits, the one that that initially attacked and sort of retreated back into the cave comes forward. He does look to be not the oldest, but they all sort of nervously look to him as if he is a leader of some sort. As he holds out his hand,
Hang on, guys. I have to be AFK for a bit. Sorry.
to shake your hand and says, "My name is Crest Dragoon."
My name is Legend of Dragoon.
Oh yeah? If you'd like it so much, sing the opening song.
I don't know it.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Henley just dies, I guess.
Crest, the young recruit holds out his hand and says, "Private Crest Dragoon."
Great. Really like the fact that he's a private.
We do like privates.
And almost immediately he says, "This was just supposed to be a training mission. We were just supposed to go down here and patrol the edge of the lake."
How did you end up this far?
Well,
This might not be far for them.
he said it was part of the patrol route. Swim inwards. You meet with the patrol that are at the bottom edge of the pit, and you swim back.
Oh, so you met with the ones that were dead then?
They weren't dead when we met them. It was a quick rendezvous. You say pleasantries and, maybe tell a couple of stories and make a couple of jokes, and then you go, but they came. The men who had shadows that moved, but they didn't move with them.
Okay, so you're saying plural men. Can you describe them?
Well, one was... Two of them were quite gaunt. A bit emaciated. Those were the ones that were riding the bone snakes. And their shadows, they looked like them, but they just didn't move right. The third one wore sort of loose bandages on his hands, and his shadow is just wrong. It didn't even look like him.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Well, okay. How much do we know about Klaus's family?
I know nothing. I never met him.
I mean, like,
You know
Do-
you
do-
know where they were in jail, and you know.
do we know? Because he did the backstory stuff, but I don't remember if we got the base knowledge about his family having the shadows or not.
Possibly not. I don't know.
I don't think he did, no.
Okay.
We never got into depth on that.
Well,
New-
regardless, they have weird shadows.
I know
just
that.
like Klaus.
I know that is. Alakul knows specifically that is his shadow is not the right shadow, but no,
know
we
that
did not
too.
get we did not get information about otherwise though.
That's extremely troubling.
But he let us go.
Well, I mean, if it's who I think it is, it's not really It's not interested in you.
he says, he said he just needed enough to slow someone down. He didn't want to kill anybody.
Yep. Well, I guess you were with the group that was up above. Just the
Yeah,
ways.
we ran and just panicked, I guess. It's not. I guess it's not becoming for a troop, is it? For a soldier to run.
I mean, look, it takes a good soldier to know when to run and when to live and when to stay and fight.
There was
You're no use to your unit, the rest of your unit dead.
there were 7 of us, but I guess. Well, Corporal. Corporal Dean decided to chase after him after he saw that we were in order. He said he had a duty. He said he had to protect the lake, and once we were sorted out and hidden, he went down.
Okay. I think we need to send them topside to let people know what's going on, and we need to go now before we lose more ground.
Yep.
Do you feel confident, Private, that you can get you and your friends back up topside? We took care of the ones that he turned.
Are you sure you got all of them?
Most of them.
Pretty sure. If there's any left, I'm not gonna lie, there should be like one, and you can handle that. What's further down is much worse than that.
He just sort of nods his head and says, "Right. I think we can make it up top."
As long as you don't give the person down there reason to think you're a threat or going to cause problems, you should be fine.
Okay. Alright, guys. He rallies the recruits who, like I said, they're all large. They seem all okay. None of them have been injured at all. They all sort of look to him and he says, "Alright, boys, we're going up. We're going straight back to Feist, and we're getting him to send everyone down here." And they all sort of nod their heads as they stand. And they, Crest Dragoon turns to you and says, "What are you gonna do?"
I think we were the ones that he was going to try and delay, so we need to get to him to stop him.
Right.
And if we're not, then we'll stop him and whoever else.
Right. Good luck and be careful. There's a reason
you.
patrols don't go down this deep. There's all sorts of strange creatures, ghosts from the past and things like that. Be careful.
You too.
The 6 recruits dive into the water and they very nervously swim out of the opening. And they pause at the opening for a second and look around, and then as if someone lit fire under them, they just shoot up to the top as fast as they can, just swimming all out to get away.
Probably better that way.
Alright. And so you're left in the silence of the cave, the knowledge of what you've gained and what's to come.
I'm back, sorry.
You dive back into the water, knowing that there's only 2 directions to go, back and forward, and you certainly gain nothing going back. So you continue diving downwards. the distance between your party and the group of recruits, privates, just growing quickly. You swim down for maybe a half an hour or so. And I want everyone to roll a perception check for me.
I could roll above a 2. That would be.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm getting those high perception rolls. It means I'm not gonna get new shit later.
Alec Cool and Alec Cool got a good perception. Bruce got a good perception. Alright. You swim downwards, and you can see you're surrounded by nothing but blackness, dimly lit by basically this these glowing plants that cast just the faintest light across the pit that you're descending downwards. And then your heart jumps a beat. You see once again a silhouette, this time not hiding in some sort of cave, not sort of skulking away from you. It sort of is in the middle of the pit, and you can see it glitters faintly, much like the previous recruits. There is definitely wearing sort of coral metallic armor, and it actually turns as you approach, and it starts waving its hand frantically. However, Alec Cool and Bruce, you can see as it starts waving frantically at you, there are thin black lines, almost like strings, that are wrapped around its hand, that are causing its hand to wave, and there's another thin sort of strand wrapped around his neck. As every now and then you can see it squeezes his neck and its mouth opens and a sound comes out that sounds almost like a cry or is trying to get your attention as it floats there waving its arm at you. The rest of you don't see that.
What
Great.
the fuck?
I use the earpiece. Like we got that's being puppeted. That's not a real person. He's dead.
Bruce is still gonna swim over to like
Right.
just get rid of the strings and stuff.
I
mean, I can't hear you over the earring anyway because I don't have one yet.
Yep.
Alright. You swim towards him?
Yep.
Alright.
I did tell everyone else not to do that, by the way.
As you get close, you can see his face is sunken in. It actually looks like his neck has been squeezed so tightly one of his eyes popped out. And then almost immediately a strand of hair darts out and it tries to wrap itself around you.
Did you say a strand of
A
hair?
strand of hair.
Okay.
That is going to be a 25 versus armor class.
Jesus.
And I imagine that hits.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything I got that can probably not. Yep.
Alright. As all of a sudden you feel basically a length of hair wrap itself around you. As you can see, it extends back to one of the caves. As you see what almost looks like it's hard to describe it. A woman with long black hair, her skin bluish gray, decrepit and decayed. As crawling out of the cave, her hair extending like web across this entire area, across the entire pit, essentially. And it has wrapped you up in it. As I imagine, at this point, she is not trying to hide. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I can't wait to get killed by a D-list Inuyasha villain.
Yeah.
Gracie, shut up!
Jesus Christ, Gracie!
The baby's here. Tracy, shut up.
What, Dom?
What a reference, though.
But I would definitely tell Aruna that Nipsey might want to consider taking off, just because there's going to be a delay.
You know, I could use sending, but I'm not going to.
That is your decision.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you, I sure was cool with the idea of helping Klaus, but man, am I not cool with Klaus again. That's a shame.
Is this initiative rolls that we're making?
Yes.
Hence the initiative rolls in the chat. Bro.
12 for Reed. Alright. Henley,
Yep.
you get to go first as...
Are we on a map or are we just? Oh, okay. I see her. Never mind.
Watch out, she's hot.
Oh, I'm gonna dash to there.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. Am I by her since I'm grappled?
No, you're not correct. It's hair extends all the way out into the water, so you're not. She hasn't reeled you in yet.
Oh, okay.
That's real unsanitary.
I hear
don't
that.
like
I hear
that.
Hear that baby.
That'll be my turn.
All right. It goes to Aruna.
Oh man, this is gonna be some crazy shit, Colin. So shape water can freeze water. So can I try to use shape water to freeze a section of the hair to like break Bruce?
That's
free?
sick as fuck.
You can try. Sure, you can freeze a section of her hair. It's not gonna automatically break it, but it will make it so you can potentially smash it. Her hair.
Okay, cool. So my action will be shape water. Yeah, I'd assume that counts as not a creature in it because it's just hair.
I'm gonna allow it.
Okay, and I'll point it out, or I'll say it over the hearing. Somebody fucking break the hair. That's all I could do. I've got to move farther away from the spooky lady.
All right.
Colin, since we're in combat, I feel that this is a pertinent time to ask this question. If you look at the Nova Knight armor, it feels a little weird because it says, while wearing this armor, you can speak its command word. Okay, it does say as an action. I'm sorry. I was looking for as an action. Okay. Sorry.
All right. It goes. Ground Maiden. All right. So, air attack 1. As a long tendril of hair flips out at Aruna, as all of a sudden there is another one down here that crawls from a hole.
Okay.
It is going to be only going to be a 16 versus armor class, however.
Shit. Let me read my thing real quick. Unless you know off the top of your head, is Arcane Brace?
It gives you +2
It
armor
wants-
class as a reaction.
Is it once per day or once per rep?
It's a cantrip. You can.
Oh, it's just a cantrip.
You can basically use it like a shield. It costs you a
Okay.
reaction though.
Cool. I'll do that. And it'll raise me to 18.
God, I need to turn you up, Tom. You're quiet as fuck.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I will use the Arcane Ward from the brace and pump my AC up by 2.
Like I said, it basically lets you have a shield, but you have to use your reaction to maintain it.
That is fine.
All right. Let's see. We are going to make a second hair attack from her against Ito. That is only going to be a 15. Not a great roll.
It misses, but for future reference, I know this is a silly question. Are these ranged attacks?
No.
Are they melee attacks?
They are melee attacks, but they have a
Okay.
range of basically the entire map.
Sure, but they are
They are
legally
just
melee
just melee attacks. Yes.
Okay. So no, that does not hit.
That does not hit. All right. This one, or that's all for that one. This one is going to use its ability Reel. I'm gonna pull. Start reeling in Bruce. It is going to use that as one of its actions. Its second action, it's going to use Hair against Henley. Only going to be a 14.
That misses.
This one, and then there's a third one that is going to use Hair against Reed. Right. Ew. That one. His hair wraps around Reed. His armor class is 20. Alright. Reed takes some damage and is wrapped up by hair. And it will make her, and this will make her second hair attack against. Probably Ito again. It's gonna miss though. Is there are now just huge strands of hair floating out throughout the water, sort of glistening. One is reeling in Bruce, one is wrapped around Reed, and it goes to Alec Cool.
Give her the good suck.
Do what I did last time. Fucking told dead.
Okay. You can still take potions. You've got plenty of them for this combat and other combats.
I mean, we had 7.
You had 10.
No, that's enough for
It
not both combats for
will
everybody.
it lasts an hour.
Yeah, less than an hour. Combat's usually like 10 minutes. tops.
Combat usually lasts about a minute to 2 minutes. Also, Henley doesn't need one because he has a natural swim speed.
I might drink one next turn.
Alright, but it did hit. She only got a 9 as she takes 12 points of damage, but she has not been injured yet.
Oh, what? That's a new feature. I didn't mean to do that.
Alright. Anything else from Alec Cool? Don't want to down a potion. Remember, you have a cunning action, and you can use items as a rogue with cunning action. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna use one yet.
Alright. Ito.
Sir.
Goes to
Oh,
you.
my turn.
Bruce is currently grappled and being reeled in. Reed is also grappled and not currently being reeled in, but he's grappled by this one up here.
Names are not appearing for me. Is this person Bruce?
Yes.
Yes.
Just want to make sure. And I can only move, if my memory is correct, 15 feet.
If you don't have a movement speed, that is the case.
Oops, I did not mean to do that. Sorry, Colin, I don't know how to. Oh my god, stop drawing template. I just wanted to measure. There we go. That's what I want. Alright. I want to swim over here. And Alright, can I try and sever that cable that's, or the hair?
Yes, you make your attack with advantage because it's frozen.
Now, is that just straight roll?
It's a straight
Since
roll
I'm using
because you
a
have
sword?
disadvantage.
Okay. That is a 21.
Hey, that's good enough to cleave through the frozen section of hair, managing to free Bruce.
Hey,
You're welcome.
I bubble in appreciation. Old man.
Appreciate it. What is the... Damn, I'm not close enough. Okay. You can't hold a bonus action, can you?
No.
Okay. Then I will end my turn.
Well, it goes. The one Reed Underbow, who is currently wrapped up, so he's just gonna try to break free. Alright. Good enough. Good enough indeed. As he manages to break free from the grapple, however, that was his action. Move. Strain. Alright. He is going to, I don't know. Start swimming towards this one as well, staying with the group. Goes to Bruce.
Hey,
It's Bruce, butt boy.
Brucey Jones. I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna spend, I believe it's 3 key points for, where is it? I'll link it. Where the fuck are you? There it is. That.
Fire Snake.
Yep, fire snake.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna spend 2 key points on it. So that will make an unarmed attack. $26 to hit
26 will hit.
for an extra 1d10.
Oh, it's for 6 on that.
11, yeah, 6 with 11 fire damage.
Alright.
I'm sorry, for 5 fire damage. 11 damage total, sorry.
And you can see, unfortunately, underwater, the fire damage only has middling effect. It does some
Yeah.
extra damage, but obviously the nature of water, they take everything in water takes half fire damage, basically.
Yeah. Oh, but that's a crit though.
Hey, you need that one. Feel that feel that beautiful beam footage.
So that's 11 plus 10, so 21 damage.
Right.
Well, with the 10 fire damage, yeah.
It's 5 fire resisted. Alright. Alright, some pretty good blows against her. As she's still, the hair is sort of all over the place, sort of reaching out, trying to sort of grasp and grab you. Anything else from Bruce?
Actually, I believe I can flurry of blows this bitch. 2 more. 24 and 21. Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to keep track of your key points.
Yep, I already took them off.
Alright, 2 hits.
RT2 D10.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just roll it twice. Since you're gonna have it.
Okay. She's getting pretty beat up. I mean, she is just a little undead person. At the same time, you can see she has been dead far too long to have died recently. Looks like. But if that's it, it goes to Enlil.
Yep, that is it. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm gonna rage, and then I'm gonna get the tail like usual, and then I'm gonna attack her twice, Colin.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna attack her. I'm gonna use my attack. Did I hit with a 24?
A 24 will hit.
Did I hit with an 18?
18 does manage to hit.
And I crit with the offhand.
Okay.
Do I still add a +1 to that? Because you know it's an
It's
offhand.
+1 weapon still.
All right, just making sure. $12 damage on the first hit. 11 damage on the second hit. And the last attack will do 12 damage.
Alright.
No, 11 damage again, sorry.
Enough that it pierces straight through her, basically her chest. She shudders for one moment and has to make an undead fortitude saving throw. Fails though. She is dead.
Okay, I'm going to move. Here.
It'll go to Aruna.
You know, conserve spell slots. And I've never used this, Colin. I want to see what it looks like, if it's got any flavor to it. I'm a Eldritch Blast!
Okay.
It's not as good as my Firebolt or my Frostbolt, but I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this bitch here.
It's... hold on a second.